Good morning. So it's Erica here with C Squared Farms. Haven't done a video in a while, but we're getting ready for winter here, and I wanted to show you something that's pretty inexpensive to help with the water from rain, because here in Arkansas in the spring and the winter we get tons of rain and our coops get nasty and muddy and mucky. So to help with that, I'm going to show you what I did. It's very inexpensive. It's something that you can buy a bag of a week if you wanted to. And I'll also tell you how many bags that I have down right now. So we're just starting, and this week I'll pick up some more bags, and that way you're not having to buy a whole bunch of stuff all at one time, but still really, it's inexpensive. Let's go. So first things first, ice scraper. They're inexpensive. I found this one at a local flea market here for like $1.99. They work great for getting the poop off of your roosts. I'll show you here. Hang on. You can see here our nesting boxes. We have put them full of hay. You can use anything you want to use. This was just some hay that the sheep had been stepping all over, just extra wasted, I guess you would say, hay. I take that and I put it in the nesting boxes for the hens to help keep them warm. You can see that they absolutely love it. Don't you, girls? But the problem is, we started out without any top on our nesting boxes. That was causing a problem with them roosting on top of the nesting boxes and pooping inside the nest. So the farmer just put a piece of wood up here, screwed it to the top. That way it doesn't flip them off if they're too chunky and shouldn't be up here. But you can see that they poop up here. So we've got roosting spots everywhere. This just an extra piece of wood all the way across there, and so they're gonna poop. No big deal. So that's what this ice scraper is for. You just take it and you scrape it right off. Do this when it's still kind of fresh, guys, and you don't get a nasty, yucky buildup. Okay, so I just scoop it in my coop floor, because down here where we've started putting our wood chips, which is the inexpensive thing I was telling you about that helps with water, this will break down eventually. We are going to put some more in here next week, but it helps break down the poop. After a while in the springtime, we'll take all of this out. It's going to be nice fresh dirt compost to put back into the garden. And so this poop you chunk it on the ground, all you're going to do is just cover it up with this, the wood chips, and the wood chips are going to help break that down. The chickens do good about stirring it around. If you have a problem with them not stirring it around themselves, you can always throw some scratch grains in here, give them something to do when they're bored. Helps keep them warm, staying busy. So anyway, that is what we're doing today. I'm out here just filling the coops, getting all of this poop off. You guys don't want this poop on your roost or under your roost or anywhere where they're going to be sitting. It creates moisture when it gets really freezing cold. That wet poop, for one, isn't good for them to breathe in. But for two, it creates moisture in the coop. And that moisture in the coop is going to cause these babies to get frostbite in the winter. And you don't want that, because if they get their combs frostbite, they won't grow back. And I'm sure it's very painful. So that's what we're doing to get our girls ready and our roosters ready for wintertime here. That's one of the tips. I'm going to tell you here also, I think these are like I know they're 16 foot long, our chicken pens. But I'm going to tell you, for a 16 foot long chicken pen, 2 bags of wood chips. I like the bigger flakes. I feel like they do better. They're $5.99 a bag. Mostly at your local feed store, Atwoods, anywhere like that. This is 2 bags that's down right now, and you can see that I've almost pretty much done the whole coop here. Just make sure you do, good wood chips underneath the roosting area like I told you here. Like I said, I'm going to go back and get some more bags. But this is what I started with. That way I didn't have to get a whole bunch at one time. But really, guys, it's really inexpensive. So that's 2 bags in this pen. And this is 2 bags over here. I kind of did it more heavy in this area for this pen. It holds water a little bit more than the other one does. Although we have a roof over half of our pen here, it still kind of gets kind of muddy and mucky more in that area where they have their roosting. So I put more down in there. So this is 2 bags in here. Well, maybe like a bag and a half, bag and 3/4. But I still have this area here to do. But I'm mostly concerned about where they are constantly while they're in the pen. That's where you want to start with first. Like I said, this is the area at night. They come in here, we shut them up, and this is where they kind of stay overnight, and our feeder is there, you know, things like that. So start with your areas that hold the most water and the areas that they're in the most first. Then, like this area here really isn't a big deal for me because it's under a roof and it doesn't really get wet, but I still, because I scrape that poop down on the floor there, I still like to have a little bit of ground for them, and it, you know, it gives them something to do. Helps keep it warm in here too. One more thing that we do in the winter time, after we've given the girls a couple months, they've had about 3 months of really molting, you know, just getting a few eggs here and there. So we do give them a break. They work really hard for us in the spring, create lots of beautiful chicks for you guys. And so we really, really want to give them a break. But after we give them a break, we put a light on a timer here in the barn. And I set this light to come on about 2 a.m. and it goes off about dark. So, I mean, you can set it for whatever time you want. Ideally, you just really need to make sure that they have 16 hours of light is best. It takes about 16 hours of light for a chicken to produce an egg. A lot of people don't know that. So with the shorter days and not having enough sunlight, you're going to have that problem of them not laying well. Obviously, a good balanced diet of feed. You can see here, you know, we basically have some scratch grains and some sunflower seeds mixed in. We give them really high protein layer pellet. I prefer like the Nutrina layer. It's just really good for them, guys. It's real good. In-house reserve is really good scratch grain. If you can't really afford that, like I said, just get a farm store basic scratch grain, and you can add things into it like sunflower seeds and things like that. Just helps give them extra protein in the winter. They also need that to help lay. But yeah, this light, it comes on, like I said, and it goes off by itself. And it has definitely helped to ramp up our hens laying. I think we got almost like 18 eggs the other day. We were getting like 3 or 4. So I'm going to say it's a win-win. So another thing here that we have added this year to the farm is called a freeze miser. This, you can see right now, is not dripping. It's not going to drip unless it is below freezing. Once it gets below freezing, it will start dripping on its own, and that helps us to be able to have water all the time. It keeps our pipes under the ground from freezing up because it is a constant trickle, like when you leave the faucet on dripping at night in your house. It's the same scenario. It just helps to be able to keep water all the time. You don't have to go out here and try to turn your faucet on and it's frozen, and your livestock needs water and you can't water them because it's froze. So it keeps the faucets from freezing over. Once it starts dripping, we just let it drip down into our troughs here, our water troughs for the sheep. And so it's a win-win. The chickens can get a drink, the sheep can get a drink, and everything is great. No freezing, no pipes busting, and it's just a great investment, I feel like, for anybody that has faucets outside. See here in the silky pen, we did the same thing. This is a really, really muddy area for them. Although we have a roof over it, it still gets pretty muddy. So this area here is where I put down a bunch of the wood chip mulch, and same thing, cover the poop from the quail. The farmer built a petition wall here to block the wind, kind of keep some of the rain out too, and that's helped. But we're going to actually wrap the silky pen this year. We haven't had our silkies in the winter. I know they're a little more wimpy, so we're going to wrap that with some kind of plastic or something like that, also to help them to stay a little bit more warm. That's basically it. You learn how to keep your faucets from freezing, how to put down some inexpensive bedding in your chicken pen. We're also going to sprinkle some lime over the top of that once I get it all in there. That barn lime is going to help keep any smell and ammonia, anything like that down. It's just really good for them to have in there. And then we also taught you about keeping the poop, keeping that moisture up out of the chicken coop. That's very important in the winter time. It's important always for the respiratory aspect of your birds. And you just don't want them to be running around in nasty yuck poop. So keeping your nesting boxes clean, keeping the poop scooped down out off of the perches and things like that for them, getting all the moisture out of the coop. That's the biggest thing. So we don't want them to get frostbite. All right, well, I hope those things helped you. Something simple. I think it's very inexpensive and it's pretty simple. So I guess the most expensive thing was the freeze misers, but I'll tell you, they are worth their weight from what I hear. So we'll keep you updated. I hope you guys have a great day. Have a great beginning to your New Year's, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.